Hey, what's up, YouTube? I've had a couple people ask me lately how the 200KV RACESTAR motors are holding up. As a matter of fact, I took part in a discussion on the Evolve group on Facebook because they were talking about the 200KV motors. Somebody had said that they didn't think it would work because of the configuration. The pulley looked like it was off, or the gear. The gear that I was looking at, they showed me a picture of. It didn't look like the same gear I have, but I think they tapped out the center and then put a bigger grub screw in it because somebody told them they had to, or it was better. I don't know. I've never had a problem with the set screws that are used. Never ever. I always use a little tiny bit of Loctite. I get a Q-tip and just boop, just wipe a little tiny bit on one side. Never ever had a problem. I try to reuse my old gears. I still have brand new red gears. I have the red gears. I've tried them. I've taken them off and I put the old gears back on. I just want to make sure the red gears were okay. They're perfectly fine. And I mean, that's what I do. People say they can't get the old gears off. They're not easy. I'm probably gonna have to make a video about that. But the 200KV motors, well, I'll talk about it. I'm gonna go for a ride here. It's nighttime, but I'm gonna use my best nighttime cinematic mode, try to get the best shots I can, and then I'll just talk in the background. And I'll let you guys know what I think about the 200KV motors. Alright, ready? Let's do this. Number one question. What do these motors do to the battery? Does it affect the battery life? Is their battery sag? Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't have a considerable, noticeable difference. I don't typically use the skateboard to the point where I'm maxing out my battery anyway. The furthest I'll ever use it is to 50%. So for me, it doesn't matter. I don't see a difference at all. I mean, yeah, I know there is a little difference. I'm sure maybe at first I saw one, but really, I've been used to using these motors. It does the job. I really don't notice a difference. The throttle response. The throttle response is there. Every time I go to hit the throttle, it's ready to go. Now sometimes I have to back off the throttle a little bit and then hit it again. It seems like there may be like a little burp in it. Maybe it's because of the reading of the Hall sensors. I'm really not too certain. But the throttle response is great. The start is great. It has a nice, smooth, fluid movement. Another big question I get is, how's the stopping? Well, let me tell you, it stops pretty good. It's more of a... of course you can go faster, so it's more like of a sudden stop. It feels like it brakes a lot heavier, and you do stop quicker, I guess you could say. But there is a difference in the stopping. It is something you do have to get used to. It's not exactly the same, but again, it's not a huge noticeable difference to where it would make you complain about it. With the good, you do have to take the bad. One of the things I do notice with these motors is they do get hotter. My heat sink on the board does get a lot hotter. I haven't had any problems from it getting hotter, but I do notice it does get hotter. I'll be quite honest, I didn't want to put these motors on this board and use it continuously. I just had way too many people asking that knew that I had them, how they were like, how they lasted. You know, they wanted to know. So that's why I put them on there. I feel like I'm so used to them now, I couldn't live without them. I don't think I would go back to the 140 kV motors. I really don't think so. This thing's just a rocket now, and I'm so used to it. I feel like with the change of the color of the motor, now that the dust cap's red, there was an improved quality as well. I've been using the RACESTAR motors now for quite some time, and I feel like the quality is just wonderful. When I have killed a couple RACESTAR motors in a shorter period of time than the amount of time I've been using these 200 kV. So I would say the quality is a little bit better. Would I recommend these motors? Well, I would recommend the motors to an experienced rider, to somebody who isn't afraid to work on their board, to somebody who does maintenance their board, and somebody that's very cognitive of that maintenance and taking care of their board. You know, like I said, you have to take the good with the bad. It does get hotter, so you do have to keep an eye on that. But overall, I think they're a great motor. If you're looking to go fast, if you're looking for a rocket, 200 kV is the way to go. Is it a noticeable difference in speed? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know people are going to ask, well, what's the top speed? How fast do you go? You know what? I don't know because I haven't tried it. I know that's one of the stats people always look for. To me, it doesn't really pertain. It doesn't matter. I wasn't looking for the top speed. I was looking for that oomph, that torque, that get up and go, and that's what these 200 kV motors offer for me.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Alright, that's all I got for tonight on the 200 kV motors. That right there is a speed radar sign. I'll be able to come down here during the day and actually see what it does. So I know a lot of you is wondering. For most people, the first thing they look at is stats. How far, what's it do? I get it. I get it. But sometimes it's not always about top speed. Teach their own though. I mean, that's my opinion, that's all. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Take it easy, and thanks for watching. I'll be back with more, without a doubt. Peace!